Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. So I guess you must have seen something in the title that caught your attention. Otherwise, you wouldn't have clicked on the video. So thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, let's get started. First of all, I wanted to thank Eagles Rule, or Joe for sponsoring the marathon, of course. I really appreciate it. And yeah, this is basically a part 2 of a marathon we did together some time ago. So the first one, if you want to watch it, I'll leave it in the description, was, wow, the way I worded it was some of the best music I've heard all year. My reaction to Modern Day Magic Marathon. Must watch. There you go. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave that in the description. Just when this video ends, that's the video that's going to pop up, okay? Just so if you want to watch that marathon. Also, of course, sponsored by Eagles. So this is number 2. So I'm sure I'm going to be blown away equally as the last time. So yeah, I think Eagles even gave me like you can call it Modern Day Magic Part 2. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because, or Joe's Best 2024. I think I'm gonna do Modern Day Magic Part 2, and let's see if that works, and if not, then I'll just change the the title. So it says here, so hello, Nick and Alexia. I'm back with a marathon request following the one when 70s giants meet the 80s part 3. And that one went very, very well. A lot of fun. People are loving it. Still gets a lot of views. So that one was a lot of fun and got some views and discussion going. This one will be totally different. I'm going back a year to a theme that you came up with when you had spare time one evening when Alexia was gone. So I came up with the theme? No, you came up with the theme. It says, not sure if you remember, but you put out a call for some music and artists you had never heard of before, and I came up. Oh, okay. So it was my idea, but it was you. Yes, it was of course, the music. Yeah, I came up with a marathon called Modern Day Magic. And then thank you you actually sent me the video so I'm gonna watch it. I'm just gonna listen to the tracks here. I don't need myself blabbering between. And then it says here that one, that was the one with the blank thumbnail as you tried to get people to watch something they were not familiar with. Yeah, I remember that. Whereas the last marathon had lots of name recognition and views, this will not, sadly, but this is music that I've been listening to lately. You mentioned during the last marathon that there's good new music that's not being platformed, and you're right. It's hard to find, but here it is. But it's there. Here's a sampling that I found for you and whoever is feeling adventurous enough to check it out. So here we go. So this is where I'm gonna have to get creative when the thumbnail comes, because yeah, it's difficult to get people out of their comfort zone, I was the same way, people. I remember 10 years ago when I was listening to my music, there were people who approached me with stuff like Rush. They approached me with Red Hot Chili Peppers. They approached me with Tool. They approached me with bands, and I was like, no, I'm not interested, like very, very dumb. But it is what it is. It's just like when you're comfortable and you like a certain thing and you're not interested, and more if you see it online, you don't really know, like, I don't recognize this at all. So skip, that's the way we are. So, I'm just going to get creative with this thumbnail. So, we're going to start it off here. I'm going to read a little bit about the song. We're gonna play it, we're gonna talk about it, and then I'm gonna read about the second one. Okay, so you already know what's on the thumbnail, on the video. When you scroll down, you see I always put everything in the description. So Song number 1, a cut from American artist St. Vincent's 7th studio album, All Born Screaming. St. Vincent is a project of Annie Clark. She plays guitar, synth, and vocals on this track. Very creative and is starting to get some love from the mainstream lately. Hopefully they don't ruin her. Sudden cutoff warning. That's what happens, like Shakira. Like Alexia's in love with Shakira and she's gonna go see her, but it's like they ruined her magic. Like what made her special is kind of like gone now in the new stuff, you know. So I don't know if you know Shakira. I don't really know that much about her, but I just know that she changed immensely styles and the music is now a little bit more shitty, I guess. But well, you know, it is what it is. So I think that's what he meant, but I hope they don't ruin her. So here we go. Hell is Near, St. Vincent. Let's check it out. All right, let's go.
Empty cup and a can full of miracle. Half a candle, a picture pin on the wall. Letters, records, and ash and linoleum. Signs of life, the beginning, a beginning, begin.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was freaking amazing. Um, I loved it, man. I'm almost like jealous because it's such a great composition, you know. Love her voice. Um love the whole like I don't know, like it's very indie but artsy, you know, and I love the bass. Uh everything that was happening. It was very dreamlike, very very cool. And she is like she's actually pretty big. She had like 4 million monthly listeners on Spotify. That's a lot. That's more than any other band that I do, like when I do Steely Dan or Yes. They are not in the millions, they're in the hundreds of thousands. So this is already, she's big. So St. Vincent, so her real name is Anne Erin Clark, and we almost share the same date of birth. Um, well, the day almost. I was born 2 days after. And but also this is something crazy. But well, I don't really look when I Rolling Stone magazine. They're just like they're in a different galaxy. They live somewhere in a different galaxy. So. But because it says here, is an American, so she's St. Vincent is an American musician and singer. Her guitar playing has been praised for its melodic style and use of distortion. So that is already bizarre because every guitar, electric guitar, has distortion, and I mean, who doesn't play melodic lines, you know? So that's kind of bizarre. And then it says, and she's been listed among the best guitarists of the 21st century by multiple publications. I need to hear her improvisation, of course, and just the guitar playing, because Rolling Stone named Clark 26th greatest guitarist of all time. That is a big feat, you know. I mean, because I could name you right now 50 guitar players that are basically in another dimension, and then we could name all the guitar players that are usually in the 100 lists, like starting with Jimi Hendrix and David Gilmour and Mark Knopfler. But I would know 50 guitar players that are all like way 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 above that normal threshold. So I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt because it's Rolling Stone. They honestly don't know what they're talking about most of the time. But hey, I will. What if she's like a virtuoso, and plays, like freaking Jesus Christ himself. So who knows, So let's check out her guitar playing, maybe in a different video. Maybe I could make a reaction. I could do a reaction to her guitar playing. I really want to see if she has, those chops, And I'm a bit critical of guitar playing, So, but man, this was amazing. Just this composition was just beautiful. And it didn't have any guitar solo. It didn't have any guitar playing per se. Yes, maybe it had some chords, some arpeggiating, chords, but it had more like almost like I don't know, like a new age kind of vibe, to it. Very, very cool. And I loved her voice, and just great stuff, like I send it immediately to Alexia. And because we have like this list that we share together, we have 2 separate Spotify accounts, but there's one playlist that is connected, which is called Lex Catch-Up List. So when I send a song into that list and she gets some kind of notification like, hey, you've just gotten, I don't know how it works, but it works. So every time I hear something that I love, I can just drag and drop the song into the list, and she'll get it, and she'll get notified. And then, so now she might be listening to the song. So I think that's a great feature. So yeah, but other than that, I mean, I can't wait to listen to more. Let's see, because I mean, it's just like a big, there's another guitar player, another female guitar player, Khaki King. But she's like a totally different. She does like the whole, tapping, and she does this and it's like insane. There was a movie called August Rush where this kid plays like this incredible music with his fingers, and he taps, and he does all this stuff, and he plays a lot of rhythm on the guitar, and tapping, and it's like this one motion that's very rhythmic and melodic and stuff. So I don't know if she does that, but I would really love to explore her guitar playing, because hey, maybe they are right. Maybe she is like freaking amazing, and I just don't know. So let's check her out. And what I can see is that she's incredibly gorgeous. Very, very pretty, and I mean, the voice is just wonderful. So let's check her out. Let's take it more like a deep dive. But yeah, there's all the pictures of her. She's holding a guitar. So I guess she who knows? Maybe she shreds everybody into the ground, And it's not all about speed, It doesn't have to be fast. It has to be good, So, okay. So let's switch back here to Eagle's guide. So song number 2, a cut from Brit Rosalie Cunningham's 3rd studio album, To Shoot Another Day. A great find. I really like this one. Very, very simple description. I like it. No spoilers, no nothing. Here we go. This is called Heavy Pencil. Sending it to Alexa.
Time is golden, lands are molten, statues that melt in the sun, pencil down in, leather bounded, fallible pages of ages where it turns to gold, right and bold. Another night, shadow dances, hold no answers, join up the same act each day, sundial stages, stony cages, same song that never relents. What is music but time, painted nights, another night, deadline looming, days
That
are
bass
zooming,
line, wow.
throw lights around the moon, stop the motion of the oceans, steady the tide, 'cause I'm seasick and tired of this ride. They were mine, another night.
So good. So good. Jesus, what are you doing to me? This is the second gorgeous girl holding a guitar when you Google her. So is this like the theme? That's the theme. I'm going to put these pictures on the thumbnail. I'll get people to watch the video. It says here, if Kate Bush and the Beatles had a baby, it would have been Rosalie Cunningham. Now that's big, you know, that's big words. And I totally agree with it. This was outstanding. If they would ever make like a classic James Bond movie, like going back to the classic way, and they needed a theme, hire her, please, because this sounded like out of a different time, you know. It's freaking amazing. Everything she was doing, her voice is just amazing. And then, I mean, she's basically just a year older than Alexia, and I'm literally starting to get jealous right now. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is amazing. This is she is on. This is like the difference. The first one, you know, like St. Vincent had 4 million monthly listeners. She only has 14,000. So there's the difference, and that's the shame, you know, because I wouldn't say that the first song was particularly better than this or worse, you know. It's just, it's very good music, both tracks, but just one has more attention than the other, because this has more. It sounded almost like, you know, I wouldn't say progressive rock, but it was full of great instrumentation and just like full of great like bass lines. The bass lines here were like sick, and the whole like that's why it reminded me almost like of a Bond theme, but back in the day, the orchestration and all that, you know, everything that comes with like a great theme song. And then her voice just sounds very different time wise, you know. And also the way she dresses, which is amazing, you know. But the color, very pastel and very almost like 70s, like, you know, but right now, you know. So amazing, just amazing stuff. Like like I've said before, I've said this, like I really need to take like a year and just dedicate that time to myself. And I could do it because I worked my ass off, you know, at my real job. And I could literally take a year off, and I don't need a year, but I do need 8 hours a day for myself to write and record music. I basically already have everything written, but I haven't recorded it per se, like in a professional way, because I just don't have the time, you know. And that's what I love about these people. These people say, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna do what I do, and that I'm a musician. And I've always been kind of like scared to just be a musician and then, you know, have no money to eat, you know. Because I mean, a lot of musicians, unfortunately, that's what happens, you know, like depending on what they play. If it's jazz fusion, like yeah, you know, like you play for 5 people, you know, that's the problem. Or now this obviously is more mainstream, but as you can see, 14,000 monthly listeners, It's not like 140,000. That the other one had 4 million. I mean, that's already an income, you know. This is like harder. This is like a smaller act. But hey, so good. Really, really, I'm shocked how good this was. So from the UK. Wow. Yeah, and also great guitar playing, those bends at the end, just fun, you know. It's like, but I think it's a theme here. This is like all these beautiful girls. Let's take a screenshot of this and let's use it for the thumbnail so people can see. And I love that she's playing an SG guitar, all like beaten up to a pulp. I love it. Really, really cool. That's what I love about some artists that, especially like in the 90s, people were just playing very bizarre guitars for a reason. Let's take a picture here of St. Vincent. And I read some more and she is really good. She is really that good. So, but I can't wait to really hear what she does, you know. Maybe it's like not even, maybe it's like too technical, you know. Although, who am I kidding? This is a great picture here. Yeah. Very, 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 very cool. All right, so let's take a picture here. Oh, no, come on. It's not letting me, like, save it. Yeah, she puts on some very, very interesting stuff, you know, for her shows. Almost always in orange. Very cool. I love it. Very, very cool looking. And, okay, let's move on. All right. There we go. We got it. Okay, so yeah, I just like, I'll do this anyways later, but I just thought it was a good idea. So, song number 3, a cut from Scottish outfit Joy Hotel's debut album Ceremony. I discovered this band about 3 months ago. After the first listen, I was thinking they were really good. After 3 or 4 listens, it is absolutely fantastic from start to finish. One of my favorite recent finds and a great debut. Cutoff warning. I love that. Thank you, because the cutoff warning, it is kind of weird when it just like stops and then it like bleeds into the other song. But yeah. Let's check it out. Let's check out this song. So far, this has been amazing. Amazing marathon. We're already 30 minutes in. I talk way too much. But hey, that's what you're here for. So this is called Killing Time. Let's go. The Joy Hotel.
Tend to the vine, the sweeter the wine. You stay on your side, I'll stay on mine. In spite of the thirst for better or worse, I'll stay on my side, you stay on yours. I'm alright, I'll sleep through the night. Lay me down, lay me down. Well, what's on your mind? It's a circus I find. Saw a picture of you with your face crossed. I scratched, not meant to, but I'm trying,
Great voice.
Don't need something to believe in. I've grown tired of
harmony.
I can't keep killing time until time kills me.
When I wake up in the morning, I look at my phone before I even stand and watch the world fall apart in the palm of my hand. I creep like a clock through the day, ticking like a dripping tap. Time, the material I am made of, and the limits of my map.
There we go. Oh my God. This was, man, her voice. Oh my Lord. I'm loving this because this is music that's so hidden, man. It's such a shame, you know. And now with like radio, basically it's like radio's dead, you know. I mean, oh man, this should be like in like I'm so bummed because now there's a lot of like when you watch like a show or something, like even on streaming services now, somehow they incorporated commercials, which is such a slap in the face. So you're paying, you know, to watch like HBO or I guess Max, whatever they call it now, you know, and now you have to basically pay more so you can don't watch the ads. Like they at least they should take the ads, even on YouTube, the ads, like to promote this, to promote new music, a little clip, you know, like instead of like freaking pharmaceuticals and all this bullshit, you know. It's such a turn off when you watch something like, you know, we're watching like on Max, Curb Your Enthusiasm. And we're laughing and we're having a great time. And then these shitty commercials come on talking about cancer. And it's just like, bro, you know, and it's not just once, it's like 5 times. And it's like, yeah, it's just so bad. But I would love that people would just make an effort, but they don't care, you know. It's all about pushing, you know, garbage. Like shitty food and shitty medicine instead of good music, you know. So there are God, wait a minute. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do is Father John Misty. That one, they have 9 million monthly. But let me just go back. Let me turn this down because I don't want to. Let's go back to the Joy Hotel. What a track, man. Okay, they have 3,000 monthly listeners. That's not a lot, you know? 3,000. You see, that's the thing, you know, that's the thing, you know, you make an album and then, man, what a bummer. This is great music, man. But yeah, it's very, very hidden in the Wikipedia pages. They don't have a Wikipedia page yet. So that's what I love about doing these videos, because now maybe there's some people who are going to listen to his marathon and say, the Joim Hotel, that's some good stuff right there. It is, you know, this was really good, especially her voice. Beautiful. And the whole, everything that was happening, it's very indie, it's alternative, but I love it, man. This was very, very good. Like, I mean, you're right, Eagles. But yeah, very, very hidden, unfortunately, you know. Okay, so let's move it on. So this here is way more popular at 9 million monthly listeners. I mean, that's big. You know, we don't have, you know, I don't know any channel, a reaction channel that's at 9 million like views, you know. I mean, on one video, like in general, maybe, yeah. But yeah, those are like big, you know, numbers. So let's get back to the email. So song number 4, a cut from American Father John Misty's 6th studio album. Now, let me see if I can pronounce this. Mahashana. I hope. He has 8 albums prior as John Tillman. Been around since the mid-2000s. Very good catalog, and this is a very strong album as a whole. The more you listen, the better it gets. A very lyrically driven tune. So I'm going to turn on the lyrics. Cool. Okay, so this, yes. So this has, you know, you can see that these numbers are just like huge, you know. 9,800,000 monthly listeners, you know. Now, again, we've done some videos the other day. I think the kids were doing, Alexia and the kids, her sister and our friend Flora, they did Hosier. He has 50 million monthly listeners. And for some reason, the song didn't really get a lot of views, but it is what it is, you know. So Killing Time, Mental Health is the name of the song. Here we go. Okay, wait. Huh. Okay, I still have the volume down. Let's see. Let's put the volume up. There you go.
Never turn the cameras on. The guards and the narcs went home. They do a fine enough job on their own. Your true self, oh, they'd love if you could find it. Makes you much less hard work to predict. One of these labels bound to fit. Oh, identity, your milk white shadow. Just try something that you wouldn't do, and it's always one step ahead of you. Mental health, mental health. dreams of a licensee. Cathedral in the prison where the dreams of a citizen can only tell you what is wrong with them. Forgetting the engine of civilization, coffee and a cigarette, found no better means of revolt yet. But it's all in your mind.
Yes. That is about mental health, you know, it's all in your mind. It feels awful real sometimes, yeah. Yes. I love it. This was wow. I mean, the whole orchestration, everything that was going on, it sounded very like, almost sounded like, you know, like back in the day, like when the orchestration of like Frank Sinatra and stuff like that. There was like all these string instruments, and there were, there was a sax, and man, like this guy is like on a different level. I mean, he's been doing it since he was in his 20s. He's now 43. And I mean, obviously he must have like so much experience. When you just, dedicate your life to music, that's, yeah. And it's also, I think, in the lyrics, I love that it was, it has a little bit of like, it even says here, I was going to mention it, but it says here, it says, he's known for his satirical lyrics, because it is kind of like, I mean, mental health is like a huge issue, for us humans. And I think everybody has like some kind of mental health issue, like maybe OCD, or, you have panic or whatever. I have like all sorts of stuff that I have to deal with. I think every person that I know in my life, I talk to them and I know like, okay, this person has like this, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. We're all, perfectly imperfect, I think mental health is just something that everybody lives with, and maybe something worse or less, but it's there. Like, for example, like almost like my fear, of releasing my music. Like I just found, which is very, very cool. I found a CD, that I recorded with some really amazing musicians, and it has like 7 tracks, and it's really good. Like, I showed it to Alexa, and she was like, "Oh my God, this is so good, and you should totally upload this." And I'm like, no, because I don't know why. Because it's almost like, what if people think it sucks? I know it doesn't suck, but it's just like I was much younger, and my guitar playing was obviously not as good as it's now, and that's my mental like issues. I'm afraid of like releasing music, and maybe I should just say, screw it, let's just and I only play the guitar on this album, and it has great bass. My guitar, my music teacher plays the bass, and he was really good. He plays like everything. He's a jazz like freak. And then on the sax and guitar and vocals, we have Bob, who passed away 2 years ago. And on the keyboards, but it's like, just the style of music is just not something that I play usually. It's very ska, very reggae, but we do play Living in the Past by Jethro Tull, and I didn't even know that it was Jethro Tull at the time. I just learned the song, and I thought it was really good. It had great chords, and it sounds really good. So maybe one day I'll upload it on, but I do want to tell everyone that is involved in this project, because it's not my album, so I would have to ask them, hey, are you okay with maybe uploading it under Bob's name, and I also, if it gets any listens, I want that money to go to Bob's family, of course, because he was the one with the vision, and he was the one with the whole project, and he kind of like came up to me and said, hey, Nick, you want to be in my band, so it's, I would say, his music, so maybe that happens one day. That would be funny, but I want to talk to his son, and he would make the decision, I guess, and everybody who's on the album, the drummer, the bass player, keyboards, and Bob is no longer with us, so his son, and then maybe we'll get an album that I could show you guys. But but this was just like so masterfully done. Holy moly. I mean, the production of this music is just very, very high, and I really loved the quality, and just his voice, and this whole, very, very cool. And so he says, as a record producer and songwriter, Tillman has also made contributions to albums more mainstream artists such as Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Lana Del Rey, Post Malone, amazing. I love that guy. He's such a cool guy. And I saw this video. He gave like this $5,000 guitar to this kid. I was like, oh my God, that's like amazing, you know? I mean, he also makes, you know, a significant high amount of money, you know, every year. And so, but I mean, it's still $5,000, and it's just like giving them away like that is really cool. You know, I respect that, you know, not everyone does that, you know? Yeah, this was awesome. Thank you so much for the introduction. So far I've sent all 4 songs to Alexia. She even called me. So I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to call her back to see what's happening. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So yeah, I was speaking to Alexia. Everything is okay. She's on her way home. So this is the last one here. This is called The. That's the band. I love the name. And this is so cool because, as you know, I mean, these are all from 2024. These are all new, right? Okay, so it says here, song number 5, a cut from Brit band The 7th studio album, Ensoulment, that is not counting soundtracks. Okay, I didn't know that they did soundtracks. The band is led by guitarist Matt Johnson, their first album release in 24 years. Oh wow. If you have not heard them, it is very much, they're very much like Roger Waters meets post-punk, especially their 80s material, but that's another story entirely. Polarizing band, but I've always thought they were very good. This is very lyrically driven song as well. Many may not always agree with their takes, but they always make you think very much like Roger Waters does. Okay, I know where this is going. I know Roger Waters, he's just a very, he's very loved, you know, especially by Pink Floyd fans, but he's also very disliked by a lot of people. So it's just like I really appreciate all he's done, and I really like the guy. I don't like where he went musically with his last release, you know, Dark Side of the Moon remake. Horrible idea. And it just doesn't sound good. It's not good, you know. I think the one they did in the 70s is perfect. And why mess with perfection? But well, you know, if he wanted to do it, I guess that's his passion project, whatever. I just didn't like it personally. And his politics, you know, I don't talk about politics, so there you go, you know. I'm just like not into it, you know. So even though I'm very, you know, I'm into politics and stuff, I'm obviously like, but I just don't talk about it because it doesn't. It always gets you into trouble, either or side, whatever, you know. And specifically in this country, it's either or. So, you know, whatever, you know. So I guess that's, you know, why Roger Waters gets a lot of crap, because he's very outspoken. And so okay, so. This is, okay, to conclude, it says very different than my last one, but I hope that you have much fun with it. As the first marathon, he's talking about the one that I'm going to put at the end of the video. These are albums that are worth checking out for sure. Nick, thanks, and have fun. Joe, thank you so much, Joe. I appreciate it. And to people in the chat, he's known as Eagles Rule. So if you want to thank him, of course, you know, I always love to see that, you know, when the community gets together and talks, that's the best, you know. So if you like the video, of course, if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. You know, we're going to do some good stuff in the next coming months. And so, yeah, if you would like to see us, make sure to subscribe, because most of people that do listen to the channel are not subscribed, like 80%. I know it's crazy, but I mean, there's a lot of people also, you know. So this is called I Hope You Remember. And it says the things I can't forget from the. I love it. I love that name. Like the. I love it. All right.
Walk with me into this night.
The subtitles are gone.
Keep me close, hold me tight. Is this the dark before the dawn? Or just the low before the storm? The world is sleeping, a world on the brink. The future is closer than we think. The machines are here to correct our faults, assist our living, think our thoughts. No more hiding in the privacy of our minds now. Even dreams are monitored and monetized, but we're conforming to this new reality. Descend us into insanity. What of the memories that permeate our minds, the experiences that money cannot buy, the rainbows that shimmer in oil-stained puddles like remembrances of former lives. But with the passing of cars, like the passing of time, they will discolor and collide. The fireplace glow, the coal tar soap, the Sunday roast, the tobacco smoke, the jamboree bags, the penny chews, all now disappearing from view. My Nan's perfume, its name I can't remember, the autumnal lights of October and November. More than just the molecules that animate our flesh, we are eternal beings, sempiternally blessed. Free as the day we die, pure as we are born, our souls remain deathless, no need to mourn. Our lives will teem with love and regret. I hope you remember the things I can't forget.
Wow. Amazing. That effect on the guitar, that ding ding ding. I love that that I don't know what you call it. I think twang or something. I've used that and it's so much fun to just mess with it. And what a beautiful track. The guitar, very, very simple with that effect, of course, that makes the song, you know? And I was almost like the drumming was very, very, very simple. And then the harmonica and that, I think, was it, what was it? Harpsichord? No. Wait a minute. I just can't think of it in English. See here in German. Well, I'll get in a second. I just don't want to lose my my train of thought. But he reminded me, like you said, Roger Waters. I would say, like Leonard Cohen and Roger Waters in like fused together. That's what it sounded. It had like this beautiful, like whispery talking that Leonard Cohen did, like in his later stuff, you know, like oh man, what would be a good song? Let me see. Well, maybe not Hallelujah. That's a bad example, but you know what I mean. Yeah, like his later stuff. And that, man, I love Leonard Cohen. He's such a good artist. But like there's like stuff that he did after, which he didn't. It was not sung. It was more like almost like a talking voice, and I love that here. And so, and then the instruments being used, it was just very simple. And it was, unfortunately, I couldn't pull up the lyrics. They were like, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. But yeah, very, very cool. All the tracks. And I love that this was maybe like an older artist, but doing new stuff, you know. So, hey, everything was just really, really good. So again, thank you so much for putting this marathon together. I'm sure it's gonna, you know, get a lot of attention and a lot of love from people. So again, thanks so much for being here, everyone, and I hope you like this, you know, longer format of you know, of the marathons. And I did, you know, I took a break from them for like 4 months because it was so stressful to deal with copyrights, and since it's 5 songs, you know, you have to kind of like figure it out how to do it, and then write a couple of emails because it can get blocked, and then you have to explain and stuff like that. But I think YouTube are, I don't know, I think they're understanding. Maybe more people are doing it, so it's just it has gotten a bit easier with the whole disputing and, you know, all that stuff. So again, thanks for your patience, for, you know, because I was absent for a while doing these, and they are really a lot of fun to do and to, you know, and I hope they're entertaining. And again, thank you so much for, you know, checking out the channel, for listening to me, you know, and I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you so much. And I hope you know, you learn something new, and new artists, and old artists doing new stuff, maybe something that you like. So I guess that's what I think I would like everyone to take from this video, you know, like, oh man, this was actually very good, I'm gonna check it out. That's the goal. All right, again, thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next one.